This unit is integrate external data. It is the third unit on the Salesforce Connect module, part of the Admin Advanced Trail. My name is Jeff Alhadeff. You're welcome to join me as I stumble my way through this unit. If I come across something that seems confusing or challenging, I'll link to the description below. Otherwise, if you're masochist, you can listen in. Okay, and I don't mean to make fun or lighten masochism. If you suffer from it, please get help. It's a serious condition. Okay, stop there. Moving on. And if the reason you see I'm wearing the same clothes, and normally I do 1 unit a day, and here I'm doing all 3 units on one day, it's not because that's what's going on. I'm not just wearing the same clothes every day over 3 days. Although I know that people think that about people who work at home, that we just take off our clothes and put them on again the next day, or come to work in our pajamas or something and just put on a shirt over it. That's not true. I actually do get dressed, but that's, so I actually need to do this unit. Oddly, it's connecting to a module that I'm working on right now at the same time for a different project. So it was just sort of fortuitous that this is where I was up to in my admin certification journey and my writing assignments. So lucky me. Okay. After completing this unit, you'll be able to configure an external lookup relationship, configure an indirect lookup relationship, customize the display of external data, enable record feeds for an external object, show external data in a Salesforce app, earn the right to have a very large drink. And if you suffer from alcoholism, I don't mean to make light of it. It's a serious condition also. Very serious. So, but just... if that's the way you wanted to relax and responsibly, then that's, I think after this, I'm going on. Defining relationships for the external objects. After you've configured an external data source and defined external objects, you can integrate the external data into Salesforce using relationship fields. You can define 3 types of relationships for external objects. Lookup relationship. The number of things that are going on through my head that I'm not saying right now. Links a child, standard, custom, or external object to a parent, standard, or custom object. You can only use this type of relationship if the external data includes a column that identifies related Salesforce records by their 18-character IDs. If that's not the case, use one of the following 2 types of relationships, which are unique to external objects. External lookup relationship links a child, standard, custom, or external object to a parent external object. The values of the standard external ID field on the parent external object are matched against the values of the external lookup relationship field. For a child external object, the values of the external lookup relationship field come from the specified external column name. Indirect lookup relationship links a child external object to a parent standard or custom object. You select a custom unique external ID field on the parent object to match against the child's indirect lookup relationship field, whose values are determined by the specified external column name. This table summarizes the different types of external object relationships. Lookup. Child, okay, parent. Okay. Honestly, lookup relationships, the whole relationship stuff is I get it, sort of. It just doesn't, it's not really in my head. As an example, let's see how you can configure lookup relationships to link orders to their line items and to accounts in your Salesforce org. configure an external lookup relationship. In the previous unit, you were able to view external order data in your Salesforce org. Recall that when you selected the orders table for syncing, you also selected the order details table, which contains a line item for each order. I don't really remember that. And I just did that like an hour and a half ago, or an hour ago. I've been at this for an hour or so. By creating an external lookup relationship from order details to orders, you can see the line items on an orders page in your org. In effect, you're telling Salesforce that a field on one object, order ID on order details, corresponds to the external ID field on an external object, orders. Okay. Log into your Salesforce Developer Edition. From Setup, enter External Objects. And a quick find field. I don't know why it says to do that in your Developer Edition, and why not do it in my sandbox. Hey, I had to delete that. Was I supposed to do this in a Developer Edition? These are my notes. Anyway, I'll put the description. All right. Click the order details, external objects. This is what it looks like. Click the edit. Click the change field. Select external lookup relationship and click next. External lookup relationship and click next. Select orders as the related object and click next. Enter 18 as the length and click next. To make the relationship visible to all profiles, select visible. In a real production environment, you would carefully analyze which profiles have access to the order items. Click Save to accept the defaults. You definitely want an order details related list on your order page layout. Use the App menu, top left to launch orders. Use the external ID of an order in the recent order list. Confirm that you see a list of items in the order. You can click a line item's external ID to view its details, but let's show line item details right here on the related list. Click the object, order object, and click page layouts, order layout, and the order layout box. Click related lists. So we're just configuring the tab here. Scroll down to the order details, related list, and click the wrench icon. Remove display URL from the selected fields. Add product, quantity, unit, price, and click OK. Click quick save at the top of the page. Now you see order, line item details, and related list. That's cool. Okay, so I basically get that idea. You're connecting one to the other, and then you're configuring the way that it shows up on the page. You're doing the page layout. Oddly, that makes sense to me. Did this say on here Developer Edition? It did. It said you integrate some sample ordered into your Trailhead Playground. Launch your Trailhead Playground. Yeah, it really should have in your developer edition. Okay, so I just think that Unit 2 needed to be really clear and say, hey, set up a developer edition, sign up for one, here's how to sign up for a developer edition, and then do this whole exercise in that developer edition, and then come down here and do your hands-on challenge in your Trailhead Playground. But okay, that was back on Unit 2, sorry. Okay, configure an indirect lookup relationship. Now you can see the line items on the order page. The next step is to configure an indirect lookup relationship between orders and accounts. This relationship enables your users to see which account a given order is associated with and all the orders for a given account. An indirect lookup relationship models a foreign key relationship between an external object and a custom or standard object. I have no idea what that means. This time you're telling Salesforce that a field on an external object, customer ID on orders, corresponds to a unique external ID field on a custom or standard object. It's an indirect lookup because it references a field other than the standard ID field. In setup, use the quick find box. Go to the object manager, click the order object, click fields and relationships, click edit, next order ID, customer ID. So I'm not doing this because I don't have a developer edition because I didn't set that up. So we're just reading here. Click the change field type option, select indirect lookup relationship and click next. An indirect lookup relationship links an external object such as orders to a standard object such as an account or even a custom object. Select account as the related object and click next. Select customer ID as the target value for the field and click next. Enter 18 as the length and click next to make the relationship visible to all profiles. Select visible. Click save. The defaults you want orders related lists on the account page layout. If the app menu top right is not already showing external orders, click that menu and select it. Click the orders tab. Click the external ID of an order in the recent orders list. Confirm that orders show a link in the customer ID field. Click the customer ID link. You'll take into a corresponding account page. Scroll to the bottom and see the orders. Again, you can customize the UI to show more useful information. Select the quick access menu by clicking away. The gray triangle on the right of the page, select edit layout. Scroll down to the orders related list and click the wrench icon. Remove display URL because you don't need to see that. And the selected fields, order date and ship date. For sort by, click order date and select descending so that you can see the most recent orders first. Click OK. Click save at the top of the page. Scroll down and see the order dates in your related list. Now your external order data is integrated seamlessly with your accounts. Enable chatter for external data. To integrate external data further into your Salesforce org, let's see how you can enable chatter feeds on order records and the current release. Field tracking is not available for external objects. That is, we cannot configure Salesforce to post a records chatter feed as its field value changes, but we can still enable the chat. In the current release, field tracking is not available for external objects. That is, we cannot configure Salesforce to post a records chatter feed as its field value changes, but we can still enable the chatter feed. Log into your Salesforce Developer Edition. From Setup, enter Feed Tracking in the quick find box. Select Orders, enable Feed Tracking. Maybe I could do that for this. Phone. 0, you can select 0 fields. Phone plan. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Saving it. Alright, so nothing can be tracked on that. Okay, fine. So it says, use the app launcher to go to the orders app. Click the external ID of the order, recent order. Now the order has a follow button. I don't understand if there's 0 fields that can fields. Oh. Field tracking is not available. We're not configure, but we can still enable the chatter feed. Okay, so you could have the chatter feed on that object. So I could go here on the phone plan object and then go to the phone plan. Okay, whatever. View external data on the Salesforce app. When external data is available in your Salesforce, or you can do it in the Salesforce app. Start the Salesforce app. You can go on the mobile simulator device. I'll look at the app on the Salesforce mobile simulator Chrome. I'm going to developer edition. I'm using. Okay, fine. Let's do the whole the same things. Orders. Order you want. Fine. Tap feed. Tap related. Tap twice. Accounts related. There you go. You get to see it there. Okay, create an external data source with mobile devices is the name. Okay, I think we have that right. Sure, I exist. Add a new phone UUID custom field. On the user on the user standard object with the resulting API name of phone. On the user standard object. So we're going to go over to standard object. How possible I do this? Okay, so basically what I had to do here is create, if you already have the mobile devices label thing, so that was done in the previous unit. We're adding a new phone UUID custom field to the user standard object with the resulting API name of phone underscore UUID. C, the field type should be text and mark as unique. And external ID, change UID field, so that's this guy. And then I changed the target, changed the UID field in the phone external object to an indirect relationship to the user standard object. So let me just go back and click save on this one. So this was the phone object. So you scroll down here, right? Did I go past it? Yeah, right here to this guy. Clicked edit, and then changed the relationship type. If you just click change field type, and then that goes through that process to update it. And then the target field is phone UUID underscore C. That's the matching key for this indirect lookup relationship. I think that's what this means here, although I'm not sure. So we're about to find out. And then it says update any existing user record in your deliverable edition instance to have a value of this for the phone field, that phone UUID custom field. So I updated my record. So here's my phone UUID that I did. So let's see. Awesome. Thanks for watching.